Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic and Movie Show, and this is breaking news. It just happened about an hour or two ago. Disney has announced the movement of multiple films. First of all, every film, Disney is pretty much, and more specifically, is at least as what it means to us, the MCU has pushed all of its movies back months. First of all, Black Widow has a release date. I never doubted it was gonna have a release date. They weren't gonna throw it on Disney Plus. Anyone who thought Black Widow was gonna go on Disney Plus was smoking some good stuff, and I want to have some of it. Now, unfortunately, Black Widow is pushed back to November. I believe like November 7th. So Black Widow is gonna be coming out November 2, which is like, damn, bro. Like November is. We'll see. We'll see, because James Bond's coming out in November, Godzilla's coming out in November, and I think there's another movie that's coming out in November. November might be a bit crowded, but we'll see how things pan out. Eternals was moved back to February. I believe like Shang-Chi and every one of the movies all the movies were pushed back a few months, you know. So, and with this move too, this would mean that not only will the next MCU property thing be perhaps, well, we don't know what's going on with the TV show. So as far as we know right now, Black Widow will be the one and only MCU thing in the year 2020. Like, it would have been an entire calendar year and some since the last Marvel thing, since the last MCU thing. It'd be an entire year. It'd be like, let me think. Yeah, it'd be almost like a year and a half, because the last Marvel property was in July. That's the last MCU thing, was July. So by July, it would have been a full calendar year since the Marvel property has been put on screen. And it won't be another Marvel property put on screen perhaps until November, and then if that doesn't get pushed back too. So yeah, it's going to be quite a while. Like, it's kind of a crazy thing that you hear all this Marvel fatigue things. All these people talk about Marvel fatigue, and you would have not seen an MCU property by the time Black Widow come out, and in a full calendar year and some change. So I think that's a very interesting thought to have. Not to mention, with these announcements, the proper announcement of both Black Panther 2 got pushed back, but the proper announcement of Captain Marvel 2. Now, I've already made videos talking about Captain Marvel 2, but there was a lot of people who didn't know for sure, because, you know, it was just the Hollywood reporting. I mean, big sites, but Disney hadn't said anything. They have officially announced Captain Marvel 2. It's going to be coming out in 2020, I think 2022, I believe. I think it's coming out in 2022. It'll be coming out in 2022. Along with Black Panther. So right now, 2022 has 2 movies on the docket, plus Blade somewhere. We don't know when Blade's coming out. They still haven't really said anything about Blade. Plus Ant-Man and the Wasp 3 and Spider-Man 3. See, Spider-Man 3 wasn't on this because technically it's not Marvel's. It's Sony, so they don't have control over it to really dictate. At least they don't have enough control to just be like, this is what we're doing with it. You know what I mean? So that's why Spider-Man 3 hasn't been moved or talked about in these conversations, though I assume it's got to be moved to, you know, to make sense in the slate. But Spider-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Ant-Man 3 or Ant-Man and the Wasp 2, whatever one you want to call it, and Blade have yet to be announced, have yet to be told when it's happening. These moves, like, ironically, I do think that, this is probably a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because that pushes all these movies back, and it's been so long since I've seen a Marvel thing. It's almost been 8 months. It's almost been like 8-10 months since the last Marvel property has been shown. So it's been a long time since I've seen an MCU thing. So I'm like kind of chomping at the bit to see something MCU, and it's sad that I have to wait. I mean, November's my month anyway, so I mean, I'm sure maybe I get to see it on my birthday. But it's still sad to have to wait that long to see a Marvel property, and multiple Marvel properties. And like I said, we really don't know what's going on with the TV shows. WandaVision wrapped filming, but that doesn't mean anything because there's so much other shit involved in making comic book movies. Because, you know, they gotta have certain CGI stuff, and there's certain things you gotta do in post and whatnot. So WandaVision just wrapped initial filming, but there's still other shit they have to do. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was doing reshoots, like doing their reshoots and doing different things and changing things. So they still got to go back and do that. So like, it's looking like Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to get pushed back to maybe December or December, or at best November, September, but it's looking like it's going to get pushed back to December, which means we're going to have to wait for that too, which is like, that's a long time to go without any Marvel stuff. But on the positive note, one of the big criticisms, or not criticisms, but worries about when we heard about Sam Raimi coming on to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, was that he wouldn't have enough time to, like, you know, properly get in and do his script and do everything, because he would just be coming in just to, you know, he's like, go. But now that Marvel and Disney were forced to move that back, it gives him much more time to come in, write that script, punch it up, do what he wants to it, give it whatever he wants. You know, it gives Sam Raimi a lot more time to do that. So that's a positive. And like with James Gunn as well, it gives James Gunn more time to, you know, look at his Guardian script and go, what do I want to do with that? It gives a lot more time for people to come back and look at things differently and look at the film more and look at the things more. Hopefully not overthink it, but it does give people more time. Like, for instance, Black Widow just got a new, new composer, which, by the way, I didn't even know you could get a new composer this late in the game. Like, I have already seen the trailers for Black Widow, so I kind of have this image of what the score of Black Widow would, you know, sound like. So the fact that they went and got a whole new composer, who, by the way, happened to be a composer for a few of the Mission Impossible movies, should just tell you the vibe they're going for with Black Widow. Like, the fact that he got a new composer just came out of nowhere. So, like, things like this, like, I highly doubt they would have gotten a new composer if they didn't have to push these movies back. But they do have to push these movies back, which begs the question, too, if they get a new composer because they have to push this movie back, that means they might be thinking of cutting the new trailers with the new composer's scores. And I'm curious what it's going to sound like, because that means it might have a new score. It might sound a lot different than what it's already been sounding like. But I just had to make a video talking about this because there was a lot of people out there who thought that, you know, Black Widow or Eternals were going to both, or either one or two of them were both going to go to Disney Plus. There are people out there who think that Mulan was going to go to Disney Plus. Mulan was actually moved to July. I think it's like July 28th or something like that. Yeah, Mulan was moved to July, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll go to the movies and see it. Fuck Corona. I will go and see that movie. I only say that because I'm pretty sure I'd be in an empty theater, so I'll be like, I'm good. Pretty sure I'd be in an empty theater that was just doused in bleach, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. But yeah, I never believed anyone who thought that those movies were gonna be on Disney Plus. Look, I had fun with Disney Plus. I just reviewed Onward. I just watched Onward on Disney Plus. Hell of a movie. But I didn't want Black Widow to be on Disney Plus. But side note, there's a movie I talked about called Artemis Fowl. Now, Artemis Fowl is like, I believe it's based, I can't remember if it's an original idea or if it's based off of a kid's book. I think it might be based off of a kid's book, but that's a movie that had many fucking ups and downs. Like, that shit was supposed to come out a while ago, I believe. Like, I remember seeing the trailer for that, like, a while ago, and not seeing anything for it since. That movie has been announced to go directly to Disney Plus. They haven't announced when it's going to Disney Plus, but that movie has been announced to go to Disney Plus. So, and New Mutants, they still haven't announced anything for New Mutants. Good God, New Mutants. You know New Mutants was supposed to come out in 2017. Holy shit. This movie is 3 years old. And it's delayed again. By the time this movie comes, this will be a movie that was finished in 4 years ago. Think about that. I didn't even know you could do, like, at that point, do you think that this shit would just go straight to DVD or something? No, New Mutants is still alive. It's so sad because they can't even do reshoots on it because the kids, all the people who were kids, are fucking adults now. So it's like, damn, man, that's crazy. All these people who were like 18, 17 are like 20 years old now. And it's like, yeah, we can't really do reshoots. They look totally different. So it's like, they gotta just I just don't know why they don't just put it on, like, and I've heard people tell me, like, this is the movie I think they should put on Disney Plus and whatnot. The New Mutants needs to be put out on there because, man, this movie's had a rough time. This movie has been delayed and shifted 4 times. But about to be 5. I've never seen a movie go through this, so hopefully New Mutants gets a new date, or maybe it gets released. But yeah, Artemis Fowl will be going on Disney Plus. I mean, that'll be the first time that they, you know, put a movie directly on there. But but them putting Artemis Fowl on there kind of shows you the level of movies that they value putting on a Disney Plus, or something like that. So thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and how do you feel about Marvel/Disney moving their slate? Everything's being moved back a bit. You know, Black Widow's not going to come out till November. They officially announced Captain Marvel 2, which won't be coming out until, you know, 2022, which is, you know, it feels like a long time, but this year's going to go right by. It's going to be 2021 before you freaking know it. So thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.